Sometimes we search for peace in isolation, but end up finding something else. This is the story of Jake and Max, two friends and a visitor who never leaves the forest. The two friends rented a remote cabin in the deep woods between Connecticut and Massachusetts. It was supposed to be a quiet weekend, just fishing, hiking, and drinking some beer. They drove up a dirt path in a pickup truck. In the back of the truck, some backpacks and a beer cooler. Jake, laughing, said, "Man, this place is really out there." "Exactly. No Wi-Fi, no neighbors, just trees and silence." "I love it," said Max. As soon as they arrived, Jake checked his phone, and looking serious, he said, "Hey, I just got a message from work. Something's up. I need to drive back to town. I will be back in no time. Promise. You are leaving me here alone," said Max, laughing. "Don't go looking for Bigfoot or anything," said Jake with a funny face. It was a quiet night. Cool air, the crackle of firewood. Everything was normal. Until a stranger stepped out of the trees, and the man said, "Good evening, young man. Didn't mean to scare you. Name is Frank. Frank Martin. I used to hunt around here." Max, a little surprised and curious, said, "Hey, I wasn't expecting company. Name is Max. Do you want a beer?" Frank spoke with his old-fashioned rhythm. Polite, familiar with the land. They talked for hours about the forest, the weather, old hunting tales. Max felt at ease. The man seemed lonely but kind, and Frank finally said, "Well, I better be going. These woods get harder to leave the longer you stay." Max thought nothing of it. Just a local guy. Maybe a bit strange, but friendly. Jake came back in the early morning, and laughing, he said, "Hey, how was the haunted forest?" "It's not haunted. Just interesting. I met this guy, Frank Martin. Said he used to hunt here." We had a couple beers. Jake, confused, said, "What? A guy showed up out here, in the middle of nowhere." The two friends forgot about the incident. Later that day, they decided to go to a small market near the highway. There was an old woman at the counter. Out of curiosity, Jake asked the old woman, "Excuse me, lady, do you know a man named Frank Martin? Says he used to be a hunter around here." The woman froze. "But them solemnly," she said. "Frank Martin. That man has been dead for many years. He was shot by accident on a hunting trip. Right in those woods. They never found his body." Something shifted in the air. Jake looked at Max, who now stood pale and quiet. That afternoon around dusk, Max wandered behind the cabin and found something strange half buried in the dirt. A rusted hunter's medal, engraved F. Martin, year 1992. Next to it, the ground looked disturbed, as if something or someone had once been buried there. Was it really Frank Martin, the hunter? Or just the forest playing tricks on a lonely young man? Some say spirits remain where they suffer most, and Frank never left the woods. Suddenly the words echoed in Max's head. "These woods get harder to leave. The longer you stay, well," the spirits whisper. But your support speaks louder. Subscribe for more haunted tales, and let us know in the comments what chilling story should we uncover next.